Welcome back to this particular series, whatever I happen to call it. We're doing Maverick, which is, ironic since I still don't have access to him in the actual game. Technically, I've been working on this since before he had frag grenades, but I deleted a lot of the footage I had leading up to a certain point for mostly storage reasons. But that also gave me time to actually, revitalize my interest in this series since the episodes have sort of gone back and forth with the sort of style and effort and quality, I would say. But I think they have their purpose, and I think I have a better understanding of where I want to fit this sort of style into. The perks don't really matter for him. Basically, all you need is shrapnel to give him the second frag grenade that he now has access to. And that's about it. Whatever I ran was whatever I ran. I don't even remember everything off the top of my head, so I'm not going to bother going into it. Flashbangs, frag grenades. Just mentioned the frags. He also has flashbangs, because you can do both of them in this. I don't even know if he actually has flashbangs anymore in the main game. He might have Claymore or something. Whatever. The kill streaks also don't really matter. I started with UAV just because I imagine, Maverick as a sort of, Delta Force military man out in the Middle East or whatever his backstory is. What he would have access to, or maybe, he went off the grid, so he wouldn't really, whatever. UAV, precision airstrike, and, I wanted to do the tank, but the tank's only on certain maps, and I don't think I ever played those maps or got it on those maps when I was playing on them, so I ended up with a Wheelson, which is kind of just the shitty tank, and I definitely don't like the Wheelson. I don't even understand what just happened, but I got my Wheelson, which I still hate, but for the video I'm using it. The loadout is really the particular. The loadout's what's important, because there's no blowtorch in this game. I was going to run thermite, but then they gave him frag, so I didn't bother. And there's handguns, The M19 you've seen, every fucking video I've done with this series, almost. His primary, though, is, I guess, the interesting part about this, and I say that purposefully, because I don't think it's all that good the way I did this. In fact, I would call it gimmicky and, in shorter terms, bad. But I guess it's fun, depending on, the games that you have lining up. I imagine on larger maps and games where you're playing with friends or with players that are actually good, it might be fun to run this loadout, but I don't think otherwise it was all that fun, or, generally, it is all that fun. But it's like this. So it's the M4, right? That gun that everybody loves, with the SOCOM rounds, which is the 10-round, I don't know the actual caliber magazine, but it's the big boy rounds that hit hard. I'm making not his M4, I'm making the whatever the other gun is in Siege. His DMR, making his DMR, and the way that I run that in the game when I have access to the character is I run it with the suppressor and the ACOG, which is probably a little, I don't know, it's strange, but it's fun in that game. It's interesting in this one. Those are the words I'm using. That's how it lines up. Now, there's no way to lock the M4 on semi-automatic in this game other than just starting the game and then swapping it over with the select fire, which is how I played this for the most part. When I remembered, I'd get a kill with an automatic and then swap over. And it's not terrible. It does damage. It doesn't compete with the other guns that are better at what they do in those categories. So you just get one tap by snipers and burned with SMGs up close, and most assault rifles even up close. But when you have that middle ground, it's not terrible. And that's about it, really. There's no fanciness with the no other way to play out his gimmick. It's just, this is the guy with the weapons as best as I could recreate them. Frags are good and fun in a different way, in that you can just sort of, if you know where someone is, and it could be at a pretty decent distance even, because I think frags are the best, one of, if not the best, thrown distance lethals you can take. You can pop it into windows, you can throw it at people in different places, and that's a fun aspect of this sort of loadout, and also the fact that this is a loadout that allows you to use your secondary, which not every loadout does. If you're running an SMG, for the most part, you're going to be just dumping rounds with that thing and reloading as fast as possible. But because this gun is sort of a clunky weapon, it allows you to have those moments where you swap to the secondary, and that's something that I enjoy, which I imagine most people don't enjoy. But the M19 with this setup is good at that. and it's a gun that I have always loved in every game. Well, even though it's been bad in a lot of games, but I always enjoyed it. And I think that's about it. Honestly, I think that's as in depth as I should really get with these videos. And I think me talking further is not really explaining anything more. It's just me adding more words. And the fact that I'm even like putting this part in the video or even recording it in the first place is honestly a little strange. But that being said, this was an interesting experience. I think the next one is gonna be maybe a little different. I don't even know why I'm even talking to. Here's the extras. It's not a lot of them, I don't think. But you know what? It's a video. And I think, given the state of the world right now, we should all just get our fun, get our anything where we can. See you in the next one.
Why do they peek whenever I'm not ready?
Die for this. For myself? Did I get him? That's called defense.
That bitch got fucked up, and I died to a nitro cell. That's a C4 in this game. I got one off base. Shit, I didn't get both of them. Fuck me, I killed two different frag kills on the same objective, but I didn't stop them from taking it. Skim. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, he has fucking piss vision. Fuck me. Why? Why? Come on. Knock, knock. Shit. Yeah, I had my problem with it like once, and then that was enough. You and your fucking battle hardened. Okay, thank God.
Arrow and the ammunition is like the two necessary attachments.
What the fuck was that?
Maybe on this map, the no
This game's a nightmare.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, I killed myself when I got the VTOL still. And the game ended now.
Made 'cause dead.
Wow.